There are three things you could do immediately that would dramatically lower the cost of oil. The first is dump a substantial amount of the strategic petroleum reserve in the market to punish every speculator in the world who's gambled on a rising price, because they couldn't stay. If the president were to call a press conference in an hour and say, we have released 1/3 of the petroleum reserve as of today, my guess is the price of oil dropped $50 a barrel. And you'd have a lot of speculators going broke, and you'd have taught some people about betting against the United States. Second, we should look for oil where it is. Let me start with some facts that nobody wants to share with you. In Rocky Mountain shale oil, in proven reserves, we have 3 times the oil of Saudi Arabia. Just that one area. It's currently illegal. You can't go look at it. Congress passed a law saying you can't touch it. But then Congress wants to pass a law to sue OPEC. Shows if you're a Congress dominated by trial lawyers, you know what the answer to everything is. It's a lawsuit, you just don't know what the topic is yet. The Brazilians just discovered 2 huge reserves in the Atlantic Ocean. These are so large that Brazil went from an estimated 10 billion barrels of total oil availability to over 90 billion barrels with these 2 discoveries. It is currently illegal to look for oil in the Atlantic. It is illegal to look for oil in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. It is illegal to look for oil in the Pacific. It's illegal to look for oil in northern Alaska. I mean, the 4th of July could become Energy Independence Day if the American people decide to take this seriously. Because when the American people are aroused, they can, in fact, coerce the Congress. Reagan used to have a saying. He said he tried to show the light to the American people so they could turn up the heat on Congress. And if the American people decided that the 4th of July this year ought to be Energy Independence Day and their congressman or senator shouldn't walk in the parade unless they passed the bill, you'd suddenly see people scurrying on Capitol Hill. Because this could get very, very unpleasant. The third thing you want to do is you want to maximize the development of alternative fuels. You want to maximize building auto vehicles that have flex fuel engines. You want to maximize the opportunity to use a wide range of alternatives. I just had an email from a Texas A&M professor who believes that he's going to be able to take standard garbage and turn it into gasoline for less than half the current price per gallon. I mean, science and technology is exploding across the planet. If you go to nuclear power, which is part of the solution on global warming, it's impossible, if you believe in electricity, to create a solution on global warming that doesn't have a great deal of nuclear power. If you go to nuclear power plants are steady state production. That is, they produce as much 24 hours a day, all day long. The electric grid does not use as much power at night, which means you can use nuclear power plants to generate hydrogen in a way which enables you to start migrating towards a hydrogen economy, which has no air pollution, no global warming effect. But it's a transition process. And we're not going to magically leap to some alternative future in 6 years. This is an enormous invested structure we have. And so what you've got to have is a rational plan that says, here's how you punish the speculators this morning, here's how you produce more energy in the near future, and here's how you have breakouts that are fundamental.